Jeez.
Hello,
It's
everybody.
too bad that didn't make it live.
I think the part of the last part of that might have. I don't even know.
It might have done.
To count us in. So, everybody, welcome back to LAG, Legends of Arcadia Genesis.
Kale's going back to Acropolis.
Wait,
What?
Acropolis, not our house.
No.
I thought we're headed home, right?
No. Tomorrow. Look, I'll go tomorrow. I burn spells, and frankly, I want to forget all about this horrible misadventure we just had. I'm going to the tavern.
All right. The party turns around and heads back to Acropolis.
I'm going to go to the tavern. I'm going to get a whole bunch of drinks in front of me, and then Kale's going to cast Insatiable Thirst on himself.
That's awesome.
That's the best spell I've ever heard.
We'll get drunk in the tavern. That's fine.
All right. Y'all get drunk in the tavern.
It's not a tavern, right? It's like our house, isn't it? Like our house.
No, we've gone back to Acropolis.
Yeah, I circled back to Acropolis.
Oh, okay.
We need to get
Gotcha.
nice and mega drunk. We tell everyone in the tavern about Arcadia, Tom's unimpressive.
I just turned to Abaddon and said,
Gotcha.
please, never say that name again. I don't even want to hear about it. I don't care, Abaddon.
Yeah, okay, fine. Fair enough.
And then I Insatiable Thirst myself, and I drink until I pass out.
Cheers.
Done. All right. Okay.
I awake with Ogre Slaughter on the mind. I wake everyone up early in the morning. I go to Kale's room in the tavern, I assume, was sleeping there. I wake him up and say, Kale, come on. We got to go. I know you're hungover, but get up. Let's go. We walk for today. We'll rest at the house, and then it's business time.
Okay.
It's going to be fine. Trust me.
Hold on, let me memorize spells really fast.
You'll be fine. Just leave it for tonight. You'll be fine. Let's go.
Okay.
I get everyone up and we start walking. I feel great. Night drinking, new place. Caddy has been dealt with. Our honor restored. Now it's time to get our claws wet.
Excellent.
Claws?
Yeah.
Loaves.
Who last rolled for encounters? I think Abaddon did. So Nyx, will you roll me a D100 for the Valley encounter table?
54.
54. Excellent. And roll me another D100, please.
Ooh. This would be the time we run into a fight when I told Kale not to learn spells.
Yeah. Nope, you're just walking down the valley. Seems pretty normal. You pass a group of teenagers hanging out in a tree, making weird faces at you guys and hugging the tree. But that doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal.
Do we feel personally affronted?
Oh
Humiliated?
my god. You want to set the tree on fire?
Maybe a little confused. Because they're like whispering to the tree.
Teenagers or children?
Teenagers. And they're like whispering at the tree and making strange noises.
In the middle of nowhere, like there's no settlement around or anything.
I mean, there's like a little village down the way. They're on the tree next to the river, and they're like hugging the tree, and they're all climbed in the tree, and they're like whispering to the tree, and then like yelling down at the river and talking to each other. They're behaving very, very oddly.
Yeah, and especially for teenagers. So I'm going to. How far away are we when this is happening? Are we just like walking right by them?
Yeah, you're walking down the road. The tree's just next to the road, right there.
Okay. Nyx, I haven't had a chance to memorize spells again. I still have a bit of a headache from yesterday. Would you be able to see if there's any magic going on in this? Because there's something very strange about this scene that I'm looking at right now.
Do you think there's something hiding in that tree?
Let me go and find out. I'll walk up to the tree. Hey, kids! What are you
They
doing
all like
up there?
stop and stare at you.
Acting mighty suspicious. Why are you talking to that tree?
Are they elves, Neal?
No, they're humans. Guys, I think he's talking to us.
I am talking to you, you little shit. What is it?
Henrietta, say something. And one of the girls goes, hi!
Right,
That's
you got
nice
5
armor
seconds.
you've got on.
What's in the tree? What are you talking to? Or I'm going to let my less friendly companions here find out.
No. It's cool. We're all cool. We're just hanging out, having a good time in the tree.
I look back over to the party.
I'm taking down my goat headdress. Skull goes down over the face, and I slowly start walking towards them.
Uh-oh,
My
you've
God,
done it
that
now.
goat just took off its face. It's even
And I'm
uglier
gonna
underneath.
I'm gonna cast a detect magic
Okay.
on the tree.
The tree and its occupants are non-magical. And there's no magic around them.
Is there like a hole in the tree somewhere? Like a, you know?
Totally, yeah. There's a little knot in the tree.
I'm gonna cast spook on one of the kids.
Nice.
The one that was just lying, gonna spook that one.
Yeah, they fail their saving throw,
Henrietta's
jump out of the
getting it.
tree, and Henrietta runs down the bank screaming in terror, which causes her other friends to freak the fuck out and climb out of the tree uncomfortably slowly and then try to run after her at like a very slow jog.
Okay,
a
I'm gonna put up my skirt, tuck it into my belt so I can climb a little bit better. I'm gonna climb the tree.
Sure. It's an almond tree.
With thyme and salt. What do I need to make a? Do I need to make
You
a?
make a con
climb
check so you don't
or-
choke as you get into the tree.
No, do I need to roll for climbing it or can I climb it? I'm
No,
taking my
it's
time. I'm not
easy.
under pressure.
Yeah, there's no problem.
I want to climb up and then have a look at what they looked at the tree. Is there something in that hole or?
No, it's just a knot in the tree. It's unremarkable.
What do you see, Nix?
I'll look. I'll cast my look with my detect magic into the tree. I guess.
Absolutely no magic in the tree whatsoever.
What if I stick my hand in?
If you stick your hand in, you feel something kind of rubbery.
I'll take it.
It looks like a long, thin white mushroom.
Herbalism check.
Nix, toss it here. Toss it here.
No, you're not eating this. If I give it to you, you're gonna eat it straight away. I'm gonna have
No,
a
no,
look
no, no,
first.
no. I have impulse control. I'm an herbalist.
Does it look
I can
like
identify
my
this mushroom.
mushrooms?
I don't know. What do your mushrooms look like, Greg?
Like a party mushroom.
Yeah, hold on. Where's my character sheet? I could tell you.
From this distance, I've definitely collected a few different hallucinogenic mushrooms before. I tried to share them with the ogres last time. Does that look the same, or does it look
Oh,
different from
absolutely.
this-
Yeah, these kids are high on
Okay.
random mushrooms that they've been eating.
Oh.
100%.
Oh, okay.
And you
I
just
have-
cast
That's fine.
spook on one of them.
Oh,
It's gonna leave a
Sorry,
scar.
it's a bad trip. I'm sorry. So do you have the same ones, Raekwon?
I have doses of dream root.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, they are. No, they're not quite the same as Dreamroot. Actually, it's a
Okay.
different mushroom type. Yes.
I will I'll call up and say, no, it's fine. I thought they were doing something nefarious. They were just getting high. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll pocket the mushrooms
Mm-hmm.
and climb back down. Wash my hands in the. Is there a river nearby? Wash my hands in the river if I can, and then move on.
Yep. You see June smiling at you from the river as you wash your hands.
Ah. All right, we keep going. Wave at June on the way past.
Yeah, great. Okay. Next day, Izul, it's time to make an encounter check. Ooh.
88.
This is the next day now, Neal.
Yeah, this is the next day. We are in the middle of summer, so it's just an uncomfortably hot day in summer. The
Yeah,
The wind stopped blowing.
Kale's got his spells now.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
The wind stopped flowing around, and you guys are just in the oppressive heat of a still valley with the sun beating down on you all. But it's not that big of a deal. You make your way back to your home, and you can arrive. You enter into your house to see
So is that no encounter, or
Yeah.
just
that was another
oppressive heat?
world event that I hadn't listed the summer things for. The winter conditions were like icy roads, but I figure if there's some sort of like summer weather condition, it's probably just uncomfortably warm, which is fine.
Your encounter table needs work, Neal.
Thanks, buddy. I'll work on it.
Like cringy NPCs, teenagers getting high.
Okay, sorry. The NPC was not the source of cringe from the last part of this episode.
Cringy PCs.
Anyway, you get to your house. You can come on inside. You see that nobody has bothered it since you've been gone. Isabel, in your room, you will find a note that says "You're welcome," and that's it. Yep. Otherwise, your house is
Is that from
intact.
Nyx? Who's the note from?
There's no signature. John and his wife and kids will move into one of the nearby villages, say that they're with you, and the villagers will give them some space. They did lose a few people in the last few ogre attacks, so the population's low enough that there's some free houses that the shepherds will move into. And now you're back here, safe and sound.
Nyx, is this note from you?
Why would you think that?
I don't know. So it's not like, can I recognize the handwriting? Is that a possibility?
Sure, give me an intelligence check.
Literacy, maybe? Is there even a skill?
Whatever.
I think they are the same thing.
No, with the natural one, it's very confusing. You realize that you've actually only seen like 5 samples of handwriting in the last 6 months.
Most people can't read and write. It's probably
Yeah.
from Verossi or something.
I just roll my eyes while I watch Isabel squinting at that, and I said, "Of course, it's from me, you silly goose."
Oh.
And I like grab the paper. It was a rhetorical question.
Well, thank you for representing me in the last battle. I hope I'm not summoned away when the ogres return this time.
I don't think people realize. Like, I assume it's just the two of us in their room, right? And I'm gonna say, I don't think the others realize that you weren't really there.
Well, it's a wise decision of yours. I think it would have disheartened them if they felt they were abandoned in their time of need. It's really June that I feel like I let down. I think the gods created him to be the hero of this valley, and, well, I feel like it's my fault that he is where he is.
And I feel like you're doing June a huge disservice because he is the hero of the valley. He's the only one who stood his ground until the very end. And he made the biggest sacrifice to try and protect the village. Just because you don't succeed in the final goal doesn't mean you're not a hero.
You should build a statue to him and not that twat Cadia. God, it just really makes my blood boil. Ungrateful citizens of this valley.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should have a statue of June. I'd like that.
You know, humans can be really frustrating sometimes. The best and the worst of this world is found amongst your race.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels like that.
Well,
for what it's worth as well, I'd appreciate it if you stick around this time.
cool. I'd appreciate it if I could too.
Autumn starts in like a week and a half. Verossi will take another week to fully come into the world at that point. Yeah.
So we've got about 2.5 weeks. Are we gonna go on our travel now, or do we want to hold the valley?
I say we go. That's why we came here.
I mean, there haven't been any ogre sightings, right? The people here would know whether there were any ogres around lately.
No, I think we'll have a few weeks.
I'm fine with going. We can go, sure.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yep. Explore the forest, and if we can cut down on the number of ogres, the coming battles will be even easier.
Well, we're just going through the forest, right? We're trying to find Porthia.
Portheus.
Portheus.
Is there a full-on bridge across the river now?
There is, yes. It is completed, and it is decorated with Jexel's markings all over the place. It has become a local spot for the nearby village to come and hang out and have their drinks so they can stare down into the river and talk about the faces that they see forming in the ripples. And
Our house is the tavern, right? It's like, or like we live behind the tavern or something?
I don't
Your
know.
house is the tavern.
Your house is
Malcolm
not a
made
tavern.
Our house for us.
Okay.
It's just a
Jexel, I
house.
thought Jexel made the house for us, and so
He
it's like
did.
a big
Yeah.
common room with. Okay, but there's a separate tavern.
The
I
nearby
think there was
village.
a place to serve drinks, but it's not a tavern.
You have a large house. There is a common room. You can serve drinks and turn it into a tavern if you would like. The nearby village
you.
also has,
Raekwon may disagree, but
an outside dining area where beverages are served. But what do you guys want to do? You're finally here, finally something to do. Are you going to head out tomorrow and journey through the forest looking for Portheus? Or
Yeah, I
are
think
you?
that's the plan, right?
Great.
But do we know? Are we meant to be heading like south when we come out of the edge of the valley?
yes,
Right. Yeah, we head
I think
south.
it's-
don't we?
the mountains to our south are like the mountain
And
range
then
in the
we
in the
keep
map.
going west, right? That's what
So do we have to be on the? We have to like loop around to the other side of these mountains.
I believe so. Yeah, I think it's.
I did cross them once to the north, not to the south though.
Yeah, I think it's. We go around like that,
Yeah, and we'll see
and
what
maybe
we
wrap
see.
around.
Okay, cool.
Um,
If the mountains continue though, like to the east, we'll have to cross them.
we'll see.
Well, the party rests up and heads out the next day into the spooky woods. Woo.
I mean, avoiding the spooky part with all the ghosts, because we don't have those elf eyes yet.
Soon you can do that.
Yep.
All right. The
Is
party
there a haunted section of woods?
haunted with ogres.
Okay. Well, I just don't know what. I feel like if Kale was more upfront with what he was trying to do, the rest of the party could probably help him. But
So I'm not really hiding it. I spoke to Cheese, and she mentioned that elves are very closely connected to the spirit world. I figure they might be able
Yeah.
to see spirits or have some sort of close connection with Lumbra through their eyes. And
yeah,
you know,
interesting. Maybe I'm sure Neal will lead it somewhere interesting. But like, I already have infravision, and we could probably come up with some detection spells to scout out whatever you're interested in. But don't let me poo-poo on your vision quest.
I mean, there's no rush. We can always do it after we deal with the next ogre incursion.
Kale, will you give me a D100 for your first day in the woods?
Yes. 26.
Oh, using real dice, you fancy man. Excellent. You guys are walking through the woods here. You see nary a sign of ogre. Which side of the river would you like to be on as you go into the woods? The north side or the south side?
Probably the north side, because we're going north-left, ultimately, right?
No, south left.
South-left?
Yeah, south left.
I think we want to be like there.
South of the mountains is where we want to be.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so I guess we want to be on the
Great.
south side, so we can go
Yeah.
south.
You
left. Okay.
enter into the woods. You see the old sort of like there was that arena area that was on the south side of the river, but it looks old and disused. Some of the pillars have fallen over, so there have been some totems that have been made, and now they're leaning against things. Grass is growing up in the middle of the sandy pit. And as you hug the mountains and come down this way, you come into sight of... I did not write a number down. You come across a pair of large, slightly feathered, reptilian, bipedal creatures. Monsters.
Monsters?
Monsters.
Clarification? Definitely
Monsters.
Are they winged?
Well, I mean, no, there's no wings. They're just lightly
Are
feathered.
we talking like a cockatrice?
No, they're huge. They're like
a dinosaur.
like 15 feet tall at the shoulder.
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
like an Allosaurus.
I don't cast
Yeah.
that person, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's an
They're that big.
Allosaurus. Okay.
He said bipedal, not humanoid.
Yeah. They've got large. This is too chill of music for this situation. They've got large, gnashing teeth, big, powerful jaws, deep, haunting eyes, and one of them tracks its head to whoever's at the front of the party.
Wait. As soon as it looks at us, Neal, I'm casting a spell on the party here. Is that okay?
I suppose.
How far away are they? Would you say?
I would say they're no more than 60 feet from you. The woods are pretty thick. You don't get to see too much, too deeply into them.
I cast prayer.
I would like to attempt to adjust their reaction to us. I assume they can hear, right? So I'm able to adjust the reaction of an enemy up or down the hostility range. And they don't do spoken word, so I can't tell them a story, but I put my reed flute to my lips and I begin playing the most soothing song I can, this peaceful flute melody just kind of plays out softly, and I'm hoping to calm the large reptilian beasts in front of us.
Yes, it's a saving throw versus petrification.
Paralyzation, yeah.
Right. Yes, they botch their save and they go from snorting hot jets of air to one of them going and walking towards you.
All right. So I kind of continue playing and I smile. I kind of look at their teeth. Do they appear carnivorous? Do they have large hard? Okay. I try to find some meat in my pack. And whatever rations that I've brought with me, I try to separate out the dried meats or whatever. And I'll just toss it far away from us, right? I wanted them to go get that.
Yeah.
And then as I do so, begin waving the party to follow me away from them, away from this encounter.
Yes, they
We're not gonna
definitely
tame the dinosaurs.
I am not a ranger. If any of you have the ability to tame beasts, then feel free to attempt. They would be possibly quite receptive.
Well, Ryan, do you need a new mount?
I do need a new mount. I don't have animal friendship today, alas.
I think if we can get past them while they go and chase the food, that's probably the best option, right?
Yeah.
They'll go chase the food, and you can continue your way through the forest, coming across another river. But in the middle of the summer, it's actually quite dry right now. This is a mostly snow melt and runoff. So the river is but a trickle, and you can pass it without any problems. One day in the woods, no sign of ogres.
It's quite the mountain range.
Yeah.
All right. Next is Ray. Can you give me a D100?
$91.
Blended.
Someone's shoes break.
No, don't be silly.
Your belt breaks.
Oh boy. Oh boy. There goes another loincloth.
You come across a shrine to Virasi on this second day coming through the woods. There is the face of the mountains has a stake the size of a smallish tree driven through the chest of a two-headed Etten, a two-headed giant, who is now just plunged into the wall with the blood dripping down from behind him, and you can see a white powdery soot has been spread along the sides of the downward draining blood to create the downward thrusting spear of Virasi. The Etten is well decayed. It's probably been here weeks, months even. There's just the eyes are gone. Most of the flesh is gone. Some of it is still holding the bones together. Someone must be keeping the animals away in order for it to still be so intact after so long, but they don't seem to be here right now.
All right, I walk over to it. I take my backpack off and throw it to the ground. Right, I take my mace off and like throw that down. I unbuckle my belt, undo some buttons, and I'm just gonna take a piss on the shrine.
It's like up a mountain, right? So he's like pissing at the base of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the base is where the blood is draining and the V is shaped, so he can stand below the Ettin's leg.
That's it. They'll know.
Rossi's on her way back, isn't she?
Yes.
She's not here today.
Is it windy, Neal?
Roll me a 2d8. We're just gonna use...
Me a 2d8?
No, Ryan. The man who asks about the wind. It is a mediumly breezy day.
What are you trying to do here, Ryan? It does not blow back in my face, okay? I have a strong stream. A healthy stream.
Veraci's back today, right? Is that what you were saying?
No. Today's the 12th. Veraci begins to enter the world on the 21st.
Yeah,
Ages.
we have like a week and a half until she starts to descend, and then it's gonna be like another week before she's back anyways. Mm-hmm. So she's probably watching this and is ready to take vengeance on you as soon as she arrives.
That's fine. Mm-hmm. I finish, give it a little shake, do the buttons back up, belt it on, attach the mace, the flail, backpack back on, turn around. All right, moving on.
Can one climb up to the Ettin, or is it like up the cliff face?
The Ettin's feet probably dangle at 4 or 5 feet off the ground. The rest of the body stretches up from there.
Would I know anything about, like, different monsters you collect items from for magical components, right? Mm-hmm. Would I know anything useful that a wizard could collect from an Ettin?
Two-headed giant, right?
Yes, their tongues are of great use because they somehow speak individually, and yet they still have 2 mouths, and there's some curiosities about the language skills and how the brains of the Ettins combine, because some people think they share thoughts, but maybe not share. It's a confusion. However, these Ettins are deeply picked over by, or deeply rotten, and their tongues are fetid and worthless.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, once I've finished, I carry on our path, not paying this thing too much heed unless everyone else is stopping to gawk at it.
I think as the party's leaving, I will climb up to the shrine. Maybe I'll use my wind column to like supernaturally like leap to like get my way up there.
Yes, you can arrive at the heads of the Ettins.
And I will dangle an obsidian amulet of Veraci from the shrine, leaving it behind.
So one of you anoints the shrine and one of you desecrates the shrine.
Maybe it balances out.
Yeah,
and I think
gonna
I turn and like waft down with my my wind column.
Okay.
The visage of the bloody wings. Were the crow wings Veraci's? Is that what she swooped me up with? Maybe she had skeletal wings or something. I don't know.
Yes.
It's just a brief flicker in the glint of the sun. Mm-hmm. I'll leave that amulet behind. That came from far, far away.
Abaddon, give me a D100.
Yes, sir. 7. I got 6 last time. I'm moving up in the world.
Excellent. It is this night that you are all waiting. Or sleeping through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Abaddon, you are on watch when you see a familiar pair of dinosaurs creeping into your camp.
Oh, come on.
Sniffing around.
My spells.
Wait. Is this the same day or not?
This is 2 days after the dinosaur, or 1 day after the dinosaur, but then that night, so a day and a half.
How far away are the dinosaurs?
They're sniffing their way into your camp, so you see them at probably like 30 feet as they're poking their heads over some bushes, past some trees.
Okay. A little bit worried here. I will
step into the camp.
Chant a prayer to Malchus as loud as possible to wake everyone up. You know, the prayer is about bless us with your chaotic energies in battle. Allow us to crush our enemies and throw them asunder like a whirlpool or something like that. But I shout it. I scream it so that everyone wakes up and I cast prayer.
Everybody wakes up at this. The dinosaurs, as you make loud noises,
Yeah, here we go.
are super interested, and they come right up to you, and one of them licks you.
Oh, marvelous. I finished my prayer.
Yeah, the dinosaur's rough tongue kind of grazes your face a few times. It licks the salt off of your days of travel. Its head, its jaws could easily fit your head.
Yeah. All right, well, once I look around the camp, this thing's like just licked my face. And I see, is everyone starting to wake up?
I think everyone's starting to wake up. The dinosaurs break some branches and twigs. And
reach down gingerly to grab my. I'm not wearing my. Well, I'm on watch, so I guess I am wearing my armor, right? But I reach down and grab my. I'm gonna.
If I see him reaching for a weapon, I'll be like, "Hold on, Abaddon. I don't. Do we need to fight this? They seem friendly enough."
Well,
What time is it, Neal?
It's nighttime.
Like the middle of the night, or like?
It's Abaddon's watch, so 6 hours after everyone else has gone to sleep.
So is that enough rest to memorize spells?
I didn't cast
6 hours is enough rest, yes.
Yeah, but we didn't cast any spells yesterday, so.
I did, so I can pray for animal friendship. That's what you're telling me.
Yes, but it's 10 minutes per spell level, right?
Yeah, so it'll take 10 minutes to memorize it, an hour to cast it. If we can keep the animals around.
Raekwon, could you keep them entertained while we?
Yeah,
while we
that's
take
what
on
I
her?
was thinking. Is I guess what we need to do then is try to keep them entertained. If we have any food, it might be prescient to feed them, but I will place the flute to my lip again after some sleep is rubbed out of my eyes and play for them. Perhaps I will produce a sound bubble first, so that the flute. I mean, it should be fairly peaceful and easy, but I don't know what level of concentration is required to master the spells. So I put a nice little bubble for Iswald to be left in peace, and I will play for the two creatures.
Yeah, they'll cock their heads to the sides and come over towards you and bob their faces down near you as you're playing, almost like chickens sort of pecking at the ground, but they seem to be bobbing at you peacefully, sort of friendly almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 minutes passes and Izul gets their animal friendship spell.
Abaddon spends those whole 10 minutes knuckles white, gripping his weapon, ready at any moment to have to fight. Just wide-eyed, staring at these two dinosaurs, just cocking their heads, looking at Raekwon. They literally could eat him at any second, and he's just sitting there playing his flute. So I'm ready to intervene if anything happens while I wait.
So the spell has an hour-long casting time, but the whole point of the spell is it shows an animal that we desire friendship.
Mm-hmm. And
So I
they
assume
make their
the hour is
save
spent,
at the
feeding-
beginning.
What's that?
They make a save when you first cast the spell, and if they fail, then it takes an hour to finish it.
Yeah, I think so. And so this is an hour of me feeding them all of our beef jerky. I guess it's only one of them that it affects. I don't...
Well,
You're not limited by hit die.
It's limited by hit die too. So they've got to be less than 8 hit die. If they're 4 hit die, I could go for both of them.
no,
Are they more than 8
they're
hit die?
yeah, they're 15 hit die.
What the? Oh, these are full on.
They're Allosauruses.
Yeah, Allosaurus are pretty big.
They're big.
That's upgraded T-Rexes.
Is there any way that I would have known that beforehand?
So if we reduce their size, perhaps we could reduce their hit dice
Yeah, for reference,
by about
Allosaurus-
40%, maybe.
I believe Allosaurus are 3 times the size of a person or something like that. They're pretty big.
Yeah. The Monsters Manual has them at 40 feet. T-Rex is at 50. T-Rexes have 18 hit dice. Allosaurs have 15.
Yeah, no way. I need to be level
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, I think you can look
Yeah,
at this creature and know that it's a little bit too big to capture with a first level spell.
Well, you could capture with the first level spell. You just need to be an 8th level priest.
You need
For
a minor
you.
gauge first.
For you, it's too big.
If I rearrange spells, I could do a speak with animals, but I feel like this isn't even.
You have the opportunity to have taken Speak with Animals instead.
It's a second level spell. I would have to. How are we feeling about? I guess I never said I prayed, so maybe there's a second level spell slot available.
It's not like we can outrun them, Brian.
Well, we specifically set up extra time, right, for you to memorize a spell, and it's very obvious to your character that the spell that you were initially looking at wasn't it. So instead, you memorize Speak with Animals.
Sure, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's see what these animals want. Let's see. Warm or cold-blooded, normal or giant animal.
I'm getting ready for the dinosaur voices.
Oh yeah, that's a new one.
He's friendly, may do some favor or service.
Well,
Dinosaurs are animals, right?
they're absolutely animals. Some would say they're the best animals.
Yeah.
I kind of hope you do Barney.
I don't actually know Barney's voice. I'd never watched as a kid.
I love you. When a priest is speaking with animals, do they like make animal noises?
I will let
Or
you
is it
decide if you will then speak the language of the animals or if you just impart them with the knowledge to understand your speech.
I feel like that seems narratively less jarring than Izuel suddenly going. But you tell me. I don't know.
You tell me.
Actually, now that I make that noise, I think that does sound fine, right?
Sure.
Izuel opens their mouth and just unearthly tones emerge.
Comes back at you. And a dinosaur greets you.
Greetings, guardians of the woods.
Hello.
Come on.
Why are you following us?
Looking for food, mate. You got any?
I'm pleased that we don't look like food.
Well,
we don't have much.
That one
but
over there kind of does, but
we'll share what we have. But I think we'd be better off hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where any of the big ones are?
What? The Rexes? No, they're not around here.
No, big people, big men. Gesture like ogre height.
Oh, like the ogres.
Oh, yeah, the ogres.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Your Australian accent needs work. Your Australian accent needs work, mate.
I mean, it's not trying to be
Australian, they're
anything in
English.
particular.
But
It's
are
sort
they?
of just a.
All right. I'll hand them over whatever meat I have.
Give them a Cornish pasty.
Yeah. I don't have any Cornish pasties, but I'll give them my panties.
That's all right. We prefer, fresh stuff, not these old stinkers.
So, ogres.
Mm-hmm.
Can we help you hunt some
Oh,
ogres?
they're not
for
fun
dinner?
to eat. They fight back a lot.
Well, we'll fight them, and you can eat them.
Oh, really? You gonna hunt them and just give them to us? Why would you do that?
They're our nemesis.
What's a nemesis?
Bad.
Look, mate, I think you're a little daft.
This is my first time speaking to a dinosaur, okay?
Oh, right. Of course.
Can you lead us to the ogre's camp?
Oh, absolutely. Are you all
Turn to
coming?
the party. They know where the ogres are.
They do?
They'll take us there and dispose of the bodies.
All right. Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Might even be able to trick them into fighting, but we'll see.
Say, I'm just going to make a cup of tea. Azul, do you want to ask them if they want one?
My mate's about to make a cuppa.
You got an iron brew on you instead.
Iron brew.
Oh, they're Scots.
They're Scottish, okay. Yeah, all out of iron brew. Sorry, Azul.
Oh, that's a bit rubbish.
Okay, yes, let's go to the ogres as well. Let's kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we sleep first? Or, like, why did I even get up for this? This is
I think we
ridiculous.
slept. I think it's like the nights. I mean, like it's like 5 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's a
Is
little
it?
early, but I feel like we're well rested.
Yeah, you guys are
Fine.
rested enough to cast memorize spells.
How many ogres are there?
Doesn't matter. We have dinosaur friends.
True. Can I relearn my prayer spell or not, Neal?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Why not?
I'll just relearn prayer. Well, because I just cast it like an hour ago.
Like 6 hours ago, like yesterday.
No, I cast it as I was waking you guys up
Yeah,
and the
but-
dinosaurs turned up.
Wasn't
one
that the
count.
last dinosaur? This is the second time we've encountered these dinosaurs.
And you cast
Yeah, I
prayer
did.
this time too.
Oh,
But
did you?
we didn't
Okay.
do the animal friendship, so it's only been, 5 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
Right. Well, the Allosauruses will lead you to a nearby ogre encampment that they are aware of. They can smell the ogre's flatulence on the air and are drawn to their base. It's maybe, 5 miles away from you, deeper into the woods, away from the direction you are intending to head, but I think that's all right.
Yeah. Are they in like tents or something?
Why don't we find out what the ogres are like on the other side of our final break, and we will come back with dinosaurs and ogres. By the way, guys, there's a kids' TV show from the 90s called Dinosaurs and Cadillacs. It's worth a watch. See you guys on the other side.